Okay, so to find SPSS is this button here on your desktop. So look at this. This is the symbol for SPSS. Just take notes for now. The symbol is, what symbol is this from last class? Summation. So write down the symbol for SPSS is summation. This one here. Okay, you double click on it and the application should open. Let's wait 2 minutes. Okay, very important software for statistics, SPSS. Let me see if it's recording. It's 2 minutes. Okay, let's hope it starts. Okay, in the meantime, write down there are 2 ways to enter data in SPSS while it opens. There are 2 ways to enter data in SPSS. What is this? Okay, the first way is the manual way. And the second way is to import the data set. We learn both the ways. The first method is manual, and the second one is to import the data. Okay, now look on the screen. When you open SPSS, a new window like this will open up, and you should click on New Data Set. So write down, you should click on New Data Set, and a window like this should open up. Okay, then if you look at the file, on the bottom, the 2 main things for us is the data view and the variable view. Right, on the 2 view on the bottom is data view and variable view. In the data view, you will have to enter the data. Right, and in the data view, you will have to enter the data manually. Take notes, okay? It will help you later. And in the variable view, you create the variables. Now just make a note, even though the first column is not a variable, you have to create that in the variable view. Even though the first column is not a variable, we still have to make it in the variable view. Okay, what do I mean by that? Okay, what is the name of the first column here? Country. So whatever the name of the column is, you come to the variable view, and in here you type country. And press enter. So look at this, the whole thing gets filled. Okay, let me zoom in. How do I zoom in? View, fonts. Okay, write down how to zoom in SPSS. If it's too small, how do you zoom in? Go to view on the top. Then go to fonts and increase the font here. Let's make it 20. Okay, that's better, right? Can you see it now? Okay, look at country here now. Now, if you go to the data view, see what happens. The first column has become country. Does that make sense? So we made the variable here, and it became the column here. But here's the question, is country numeric? So what you should do is click on this and say this is a string, because string means alphabets. So click on string and say okay. Sorry? So for the type here, country is not numeric. So you click on the button here and say this is actually a string. Just write down the width here means how wide you want your column to be. So if I increase this to say 15 and come here, you'll see that this has become bigger. Okay, very important, in your label, explain what the column is. So just say this is the name of the country or something. So just country names. Your battery is low. Why is the battery low? Okay. So just say this is country names. And you can just skip all of the rest of the things. The only thing to remember here is the measure. So now it is not a variable, but is it nominal or ordinal? Country name, is it nominal or ordinal? So this is nominal. And this makes your first variable or the first column, even though this is not a variable. Let's make the second one, which is monthly apartment rent. So now who wants to do it? How do I start? Go to the variable view, and in the name here you put. Now just make a note, you cannot put a space here. So just make a note, for the variable name, you cannot put a space. So whenever there is a space, you'll have to put an underscore. So monthly apartment rent. Yeah. And enter. So look at it, this automatically fills it up. Say it again. In place of space, you put underscore. So it's monthly space rent, right? You have to say monthly underscore rent. Does that make sense? Now, is this numeric? So you can say it's numeric, that's fine. The width of the column. Now just make a note, we'll do 2 decimal places, all of them. So keep this 2 decimal places. And here in labels, you can put whatever space you want. So you can type the whole thing here. So monthly apartment rents. Yeah. Say it again. It's okay, we'll check. Maybe you have the latest version or something. Just take notes for now. I'll give you time to practice. Remember, the main thing is you have to check the measure. So click here. Now make a note. SPSS calls the quantitative variables as scale. And it does not distinguish between discrete and continuous. They both are scale. So make a note, for the numeric variables or the quantitative variables, the measure has to be scale. Any questions? So in here, you'll have to create all of the columns in here. So the next one is what? House prices and then so on. Does that make sense? Okay, once the variables are made, you come to the data view and manually enter the data here. You type in the data here. So what is the first country in your data? So you say China. And what is the rent there? How much? So you say 494 here. Look at that. And this is how you make your entire data file manually. Make sense? But this is a lot of work. Nobody does it like this. But this is just to learn. So right on, this was just to learn how to enter data manually. So now write down method 2, how to import the data file directly. And this is how you should, oh, one more thing. To save this, you go to File, Save, and make a note, the extension to your file should be .sav. So in this drop down here, you should have SPSS statistics SAV. .sav. We can call this week 1 data and save it in our class folder. OneDrive, go to OneDrive. What is this class number? 4120, fall 25, and save it as week 1 data. Yes or no? Okay, let's see. Okay, let's open a new file. So go to File, New, Data. New file opens up. So this is method 2 now, how to import your data into SPSS. Okay, go to File on the top. Go to Open. Write this down, yeah? Go to File, Open, and go to Data next to it. Okay, once this thing open up, in the drop down here, select Excel because we're trying to get it from Excel. And then you should see your file where you've saved it and double click. Okay, if the file is open, it won't work. So close the file. Okay, let's go again. File, Open, Data, XLSX, and double click. Right? And you can select these two if you want. So if there are any errors in your data, it automatically will fix it. And click on OK. And you will see automatically, look, the variables have been made for you. And the data is also inserted for you. Does that make sense? So all you have to do is look at this and fix wherever you see there is a problem. So now these are too many decimals for mortgage rate. So can somebody help me fix the decimals for mortgage rate? How do I fix it? So if you look at this column, there are too many decimals. So go to variable view, very good. So this is mortgage rate. And the decimals, you make it down to. Yeah, you can make everyone 2. And make sure everything else looks okay. Are these 2 nominal? Is the region nominal? Yes or no? Yes. Is the population size nominal? So then you have to come here and make it. So just make a note. Once the data is imported, make sure you check everything is okay. So just make that note. And make sure you give the correct labels here. Yeah, just give correct labels. And the data is over here. So every class, what we will do is, what we learn in class, we'll have to learn how to do it in SPSS as well. So in the next class, I'll teach you how to make the frequency distributions and so on in SPSS. For today's class, what you should do is make the data file. So see if you are able to make the data file for today. So now you guys practice and I'll help you. Make the data file for today. Is that clear? Okay, try to make the data file. I'll help you now. Let me stop the recording.